Boom! What's going on, guys, and welcome back to a brand new video with me, Matt Hall. Hope you're good, hope you're good week, and training's on point and all that shit. And welcome back to another video. And this is going to be a little thing I might start doing, my top like 3-4 tips on certain areas for you guys to improve on. So today is back, and as you can see by my thumbnail, my back is looking pretty juicy right now. I'm not being big-headed about it, but my training's going really well. I'm definitely seeing some progress on my back. So I thought to myself, I'd discuss with you guys how I have done this and my top 4 tips on how you guys can improve. So sit back, relax, make sure you like the video, share this around to people that are looking to improve their back, and let's get into the video. Right then, guys, my tip number 1 is, are you eating the right macros? Basically, that means I've spoke to you guys a lot about your calories before, but the thing is, are you eating your specific macros? That is meaning your protein, fats, and carbs. So you may be eating the right amount of calories, but they might not be the right macronutrients. So you might not be having the right protein, the right amount of carbs, and the right amount of fat. So to have all the macronutrients at the specific amount that you need, that is so important for your body to be able to grow, because your body needs a certain amount of protein, a certain amount of carbs, and a certain amount of fat for your goals and targets, for you then to grow, for then to go to your muscles and to actually work the full benefits of it. So that is tip number 1, guys. Make sure you're eating the macros and make sure you're eating what is good for you. Right then, guys, my tip number 2 is the variety of volume when it comes to your training sessions. So that is meaning when you go in and do back, you might do 3-4 exercises on back, yeah? And you might do 1 week, you might go in there and you do 8 reps of everything. Say, for example, you do 8 reps of lat pull down, 8 reps of straight bar pull downs, 8 reps of dumbbell rows, whatever you're doing, okay? So change that up. So that's what I noticed. I was going in and I was doing 8 every time, or I was doing 10 every time for like 4 or 5 weeks in a row, and my body was just getting used to it. So one time I would go in and 1 week I'll do back and I'll do 8 reps. The next week I might go a little bit heavier and drop it down to 6, and then the week after that I might up it to 10. And then your volume's changing and your weight's changing, so your body is having to adapt to what you're doing. It's not going in and being like, oh, same old shit, Matt, I can deal with this. Your back muscles have to think, which means it's going to work, which means it's going to be more engaged with the weight. That is tip number 2. Tip number 3 is making sure your techers or technique is good. That is meaning when you're doing the reps, when you're doing your exercises, are you doing them correctly? Or are you half repping them? Or are you rushing them? Or what are you doing? So I notice this again with me. Sometimes on certain exercises, I like to rush. I like to just get the reps done, which a lot of people do. And you guys watching this might do this as well, because you'll get to like, say you're doing a set of 10, and you get to about 6 and you're like, oh, feeling this a bit now, I'm just gonna bang these out to get it done. That is the worst thing to do. If you gotta do 10, make sure you're keeping the motion exactly the same speed. So you do your 6th rep, then you do your 7th rep, then you do your 8th rep, exactly the same speed, keeping the control, keeping the muscle engagement with your back. And you will get better results, because the last reps are the most important ones. That's when your muscles really working and really ripping. So make sure that you're keeping your last few reps controlled and really feeling it. That is what I would say that I noticed that I changed up, and I noticed it so much better, and the results were so much clearer. So that is, yeah, tip number 3 is make sure you're keeping your reps controlled and your technique is banging. Right then, guys, the tip number 4, the last tip, is how often are you training that muscle group? That is meaning how often are you going into the gym and training back, for example. So I made this mistake. I was going in, I was training back once a week. That is not enough. Okay, I train everything now twice a week. Every muscle group we do twice a week, and if there's a specific muscle group that I want to work on, like my chest at the moment, I will train that 3 times a week. Well, 1 week I'll train 3, 1 week I'll train 2. So at least training it twice a week, but giving it enough rest. That is meaning don't go in and train back Monday and then Tuesday. That is meaning training like back Monday and then giving it till Thursday, maybe Friday. Depends how your body is. Everyone's body's different. Like you could even go in and do Monday morning and then late Wednesday. It depends on how your body recovers, how quickly your body recovers, because that is the one thing you need to make sure is you're not doing it too early where your back hasn't fully recovered and you're just not getting the most results out of the last session. So then you go in and you hurt it, because at the end of the day you're overtraining it. So you need to give it enough rest time, but not over rest time where you're waiting a week, because that is just too long to wait to train that muscle group. Because you want it, obviously you want to, if you're training an area to improve, you want to go in and you want to kill it, and you want to not give it too much rest time where you're not going to get the gain. So I'd say Go in and train it at least twice a week, but giving yourself enough rest period. That is tip number 4, and that is the last tip. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this. I hope you've got something out of it. If you have, drop it a like, share it to someone that is starting at the gym and wants to gain them back muscles. I'm don't know why I'm pointing at my shoulder because I can't reach my back, but back muscles. But yeah, that's what I'm going to start doing. If you guys enjoy this, if you guys want some top like 3-4 tips and stuff, whether it's to do with food, whether it's to do with training, whether it's to do with anything, let me know in the comment section or message me on Instagram. Link in the description. If you're not following me on Instagram, I don't know what is wrong with you, because we are nearly at this 10k, man. Woo, we're nearly at 10k on Instagram. You're missing out on some fun stories. But anyway, that is the end of the video, guys. Again, drop it a like, subscribe if you're new, but as always, guys, stay focused, stay positive, keep up positive, and I'll see you in the next one.